go ahead and welcome everyone to our live Zoom, Discovering Our FANHS Conference 2024, what you need to know and how to register. And so that is our goal for tonight, is to really give you a sneak peek of what we have to offer, what we've been planning for a while now, and also to show you and demystify how to register online. Okay, so it's going to be an hour and a half, and we are going to go through a couple of here together, and then we're going to leave a lot of time at the end to answer any questions. All right, so our agenda tonight, we're going to welcome and introduce, which we are doing now. So greetings to everyone out there here who are FANHS national and chapter members, along with folks who are yet and soon to be FANHS members, we hope. We welcome you tonight in hopefully your curiosity and what is going to be happening at Houston for this conference. Well, we will tell you every little secret, so you are in the right place tonight. We are also going to talk about the conference and use the website, to give you an overview of what to expect. We are going to talk about the registration fees, because we all want to know, of course, how much it's going to cost us. And I will tell you, these prices are very hard to beat. And then we are going to talk about the registration process and do an actual walkthrough online of what that looks like. And then we'll open up Q&A to everyone. So we do appreciate if you could respectfully mute yourselves at this time as we go through our formal agenda. If you have any questions, to go ahead and put that in the chat box for now until we open up later for the Q&A. All right, so let us begin. So good evening, everybody. I am Dr. Pat Lindsay Catalia Biscayno. I am the FANHS Houston chapter president. I am also the co-chair conference organizer, along with our national vice president trustee, Christy Panis-Poiseau, who is also the co-chair of our conference, and she founded our Houston chapter in 2015. This year is going to be our 9th year in existence. So we are so excited that we are celebrating, of course, the 20th biennial here in Houston. So let's go ahead and talk about our conference that we are all putting on together as a community. So welcome to this year's 20th biennial FANHS National Conference. And our theme that we all have decided intentfully is encompassing our journeys. And it will be held here in Houston, July 16th through the 20th, 2024, at the United Way of Greater Houston. And so our conference mission for encompassing our journeys is the mission of Filipino American National Historical Society, FANHS, National Conference 2024, is to illuminate the pathways that chronicle the intricate tapestries of Filipino American history and cultural contributions. This mission guides us towards a shared and inclusive future. And in building from our past, we use existing narratives to gravitate towards conversations that ask us these 3 main questions. What is the Filipinx community's overarching journey? Who has guided us on our journey? And how do we honor our individual journeys? Of course, we have more to say about that on our website. We have a deep dive of our conference theme, and we encourage you to read more about that as well. FANHS 2024 conference is set with the backdrop of Texas's political climate, woven with Southern hospitality and sweetened with iced tea. We challenge you to feel the care, the reflection, and the kapwa as we embark towards our collective transformation together. We also have our conference pillars. So in addition to our general theme encompassing our journeys, we have these pillars: rooted, watered, woven, and wisdom, that help illuminate those paths and really bolster our theme. And so many of you probably know this because many of you I know have submitted a proposal with us. And so of course, if you want to learn more about our theme and our pillars, please check it out on our website. Before we begin, I really want to say a huge props and thank you to our conference planning team. If you've planned a conference yourself, you know that this is 100% heart, love, passion, sweat, blood, and tears, volunteer driven by a dedicated, committed FANHS member staff. So props to, of course, our co-chairs, that's Christy and I. And we have our emails here. So if you want to contact us anytime, we are open and available for you to answer anything. We have our finance committee with Anthony Pobliano and with Sybil Palugna-Sines, who are each our treasurer and Sybil our vice president. We have our program and proposal committee with Ria Sampilo, and we have Jenna Maravilla, we have Kevin Buscano, Adrian Bonifacio. We have technology committee led by Nikki Diocampo. We have registration committee led by Kim Arenas. We have our vendor committee led by Christine Worley and George Hernandez. We have now our marketing committee led by Danielle, Erica, and Trisha Morales, along with Jarek Alagarbis, AJ Opena, Christian Toledo, Alex Sines, Neo Palugna-Sines. We have, of course, our volunteer committee led by Julie Law, known as J Law. We have our entertainment committee, which includes Anne Reginio from our Santa Clara Valley chapter. We have Anthony Guevara, Jarek Alagarbis, Sybil Palugna-Sines, Lizelle Compass, June Panis, and also Erica Mechua Holm, who will be leading our artist night at the Blaffer Art Museum. We have our logistics fundraising sponsor and gala committee led by, of course, Christy and Lizelle and Sybil. We have our publication led by Sybil. And we want to give a big, huge thanks to our FANHS National Scholarship Committee, to Deborah, Karen, Victoria, and Tito for coming back together again and hopefully providing our funds to our youth who can come out to our conference. So thank you so much to the FANHS National Scholarship Committee. All right, y'all, are you ready to plan your journey to our conference, to this conference? So let's go ahead and find out, what do you need to know about this conference? All right, first thing you need to know, take a picture of this. This is the conference website, www.FANHS2024.com. So FANHS2024.com. Put that in your search engine, right? And this is going to lead you to a website. And we are currently using Whova, WHOVA, and many of you have used Whova in the past. That is the conference app that we used in Seattle, and we are using it again this year in Houston. And so we are using the Whova website to build out this information. So when you land here on the website, you will see that there's a top bar menu here, and we're going to first learn about the agenda. What exactly is going to happen at this conference? So when you head to there, you'll click on it, and then here you go. You're going to see a general skeleton of the conference. And this is going to look like, this is what it looks like on your desktop or your laptop. But when you actually register, your Whova will also show on the app this agenda. So it will always be updated and subject to, of course, any changes. So what it looks like here, for one of the days, this is our Thursday, July 18th, when the conference sessions begin, but definitely look on the side and you'll learn more. So what is going to happen during our conference? So we don't have just one tour, we have two tours, right? On Tuesday, July 16th, we are going to have our NASA tour day. Hi, Auntie Dorothy, welcome. So glad to see you here. You look beautiful. Yes, we are just now talking about what to expect at the tour, Auntie Dorothy. Okay, all right. So the first day, which starts on the 16th, we will have a full day NASA tour day. It is $75, limited seats, 50 spots on the bus as we speak. Now, if there is a clamoring, for folks to attend either of these tours, whether that's NASA Tour Day on the 16th or the Houston Tour Day on the 17th for $50, then, we will definitely consider, more transportation to get folks. But as of now, we have 50 spots for each of these tour days. As you know, at any FANHS national conference, we will ensure quality, engaging programming through engaging and interactive speakers who will be sharing their research, their histories, their oral histories, their stories, right? And we are looking forward to that. Of course, we want to make sure everyone is fed. We love to eat out here in the South, so we're going to make sure we have lunch, merienda, and of course, a happy hour during our author appreciation night, which will be hosted on Thursday night at the United States. We will, of course, have an evening social on Friday, an art exhibition that will be held at the Blaffer Art Museum, led by one of our FANHS members, Erica May Chua-Hullum. And then, of course, we will always have our FANHS general membership, as well as our new trustee elections, as well as our executive officer elections that will be hosted during the week. And something new and special here in Houston that we'll be hosting on Saturday will be our Bayunihan Market. And in this market, we are going to showcase local and national vendors, from all walks of life. We will also have live readings, open mic, there'll be food, there'll be place to get to network and catch up with friends and family. And of course, we encourage you to become a vendor for our Bayunihan Market. So whether you are an author with your books that you want to sell, or if you're a chapter that wants to fundraise and sell, let's say, t-shirts and, merchandise, etc., this is going to be a great market opportunity as well. If you're also wondering, can you also sell as a chapter during the week? Yes, we have an opportunity for you to do that as well. So please fill out the vendor form that is on our website. We currently have an interest form, and then once we have collected that, we will send you the official application. So that's going to be exciting to have this market day. And then last but certainly not least, we are going to have our gala dinner dance on Saturday evening after the market. We're going to have entertainment, special guests. Of course, we have a VIP cocktail hour that starts before the gala. That is, of course, limited seating. It's an opportunity to, meet some of our special guests that will be there. And of course, make sure you get yourselves ready. You will be eating a feast at Ocean's Palace. And so we're excited to be there and to show you how we love to eat here in Houston. Okay, so make sure you go back to www.fanhs2024.com. Okay, and now we're going to look at the information on the conference. We talked about what the agenda or what is going to entail in the conference. Now, how do we get ourselves to the conference, right? So once you click on info at the top there, you're going to land on this page that is called the conference information. And it has a slew of information that you see here on the site. We've got a menu of things for you to learn and plan for your journey. And so let me go ahead and zoom in a little bit. You can see here, you'll learn about registration fees, excursion tours, the ADA accommodations, which we definitely want to make sure you know about, deadlines, of course, a scholarship that we mentioned that National is helping with at this moment. We have transportation, airport, venue, hotel, even a section on attire, what we consider you should wear, and make sure you're cool in the hot summer heat. But we will, of course, be AC. There will be full blast AC inside United Way. And we're encouraging you on Saturday to wear your spirit, your shirts, I think, for your chapters or your organizations. We have a section here on exploring our city And then at the bottom here, we talk about our mission as a planning team and who is on the committee. And don't forget to download the event app. So that's just an overview of the conference information. We're going to go through a couple of these. We're not going to go through each and every one. We want you to explore and discover it for yourself. But the most important ones, we want to go ahead and show the important deadlines here. So for important deadlines here, we have already gone through the call for proposals announcement and the initial proposal submission. And we just ended our extended proposal deadline yesterday on Wednesday, January 31st. So I want to say thank you very much to all of you all over the country and even outside of the country. Yes, we have folks from outside of the United States who submitted a proposal, and we are so excited to read and learn about what you want to present at this beautiful conference. And then on February 16th, we're going to go ahead and send out a notification to everyone who has submitted. And then by February 29th, we'd like for all those presenters to submit a contract agreement deadline and to register by February 29th, which also so happens to be the early bird registration, February 29th. So make sure you register by that time for those deep discounts. If not, we have our general registration between March 1st through May 31st. And then our scholarship deadline, March 31st. Our scholarship notification for those awardees will be April 30th. And then our late registration, June 1st through July 7th. So a little bit about our venue. Our venue is a United Way Greater Houston. It is a huge nonprofit. Of course, we all know nationwide of United Way. This is a little sneak peek of what it looks like inside. Here's the address, 50 Waugh Drive, Houston, Texas. The actual conference part is one long hallway with multiple sizes of rooms. It is one level floor, and it is intimately in one hall. So it is not far to walk to and from each of these breakout session rooms. So we are excited about that. And moving on, we of course have our tab for airports. So we have two major airports in Greater Houston. The first one is Bush Intercontinental Airport, also known as IAH. It's about 22 miles from United Way and about 28 to 35 minutes away from our conference venue. We also have our William P. Hobby Airport. It is known as Hobby to us here in Houston, or HOU if you're looking at the abbreviations when you're looking up your flights. This airport is actually a bit closer. It's about 13 miles away from United Way. So that's about 21 minutes, on a good day. So those are two major airports we recommend you go fly into. Now, the actual venue at United Way does not have hotel accommodations. It's just a community center. And so we have a preferred hotel, the Courtyard by Marriott, Houston Heights. It is very close by, about a mile down from the venue. And so it's very close. It is not walking distance. We do not encourage you to walk in the Houston heat, but we're going to talk about transportation a little bit. So we have 10 rooms still available for booking at $189 per room. There is 2 queen beds that sleeps 4 people. It is a beautiful venue. The hotel was built in 2019, so everything is nicely well kept, and it does feel like a vacation hotel. So that's very exciting. And the best part, free parking. Can't beat that in the city. So that's going to be important when I talk about parking. So next up, you'll see we've clicked on to accessibility. And so accessibility is very important to have an inclusive experience out there. And we know that it is very important, especially for our wise elders who, of course, may need accessibility. So we have offered wheelchair rentals for about $20 a day. And you would select this by adding it onto your online registration. Now, we do ask you bring someone who can assist you with pushing the wheelchair for that day. And we also ask that if you need a motorized wheelchair, we have connected with a preferred vendor, John Pad from Texas Medical Supply. They have even given you a $5 discount promo there. And then if you are wondering, do you have transportation that can take us to and from the hotel to the conference? Why, yes, we do. So we are offering bus ride services to and from the hotel, as well as some specific social events in the evening. So specifically on Thursday, July 18th, 2024, that's our first bus trip. It is to and from the hotel to United Way. Friday is a little bit of a longer day. So we're offering a ride from the hotel to United Way back to the hotel so you can freshen up and go to the Blaffer Museum. And then from the Blaffer Museum, you're going to go back home to the Courtyard Marriott Hotel. Now, what if you are not staying at the hotel, right? That's okay. Parking is free. The hotel is going to be a meetup site for our tours and for this round trip bus rides. Saturday, we have, once again, another ride to and from the hotel to Greater Way, Houston, to the conference venue. And then in the evening time, we also have a bus ride from the hotel to Ocean's Palace, which is in the area called Bel Air or Asia Town, Chinatown. And we will take you to and from the gala and the hotel. So we've offered 3 bus rides or round trips. Note, it is not a bus ride where it's going to come back and pick you up on a loop. These are specific times, so we encourage you to remember these times for the pickup and drop off and arrivals of these buses, and to make sure you get on that bus. Okay, so moving on, so that is it in terms of conference overview and what to look forward to. We hope you continue exploring that website, www.FANHS2024.com. And now Kim Marinas, who is our registration committee lead, is going to talk about our conference registration fees. All right, take it away, Kim.
Thank you, Dr. Pinky. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We'll get through this quickly since Dr. Pinky did cover a lot. So if we go on to the next slide. These are the deadlines that we mentioned earlier. We are currently in early bird registration. So that runs through the end of February 29th. After that, we run into general registration, which is the regular fee. That's March through May. And then after May 31st, it becomes late registration and the price does go up. This is June 1st to July 7th. Please note that these times are all Central Standard Time. So this is Houston time. So make note of that if you're waiting until the last minute, which we don't recommend you do, but just a note there. So if we can go to the next slide. The full conference registration is Thursday and Friday conference sessions, as well as admission to the Saturday market. It includes lunch and merienda on both Thursday and Friday. The optional social nights on Wednesday and Friday, and a ticket to the gala on Saturday night. So this is the dinner and dancing. This does not include the VIP reception. You will be able to purchase that as an add-on later if you would like to. So this is a full conference. And the pricing is separated by members and non-members. So hopefully everyone becomes a member if they're not one already. That's how they can take advantage of the best pricing. So for early bird registration, seniors and students can get their full registration for $150. Their general registration goes to $200 and the late registration is $275. For members, early bird right now is $175. General registration will be $225 and late registration is $300. For non-members, early bird for seniors and students starts at $160. General registration is $250. Late registration will be $325. For non-member adults, it'll be $180 during early registration, $275 during the general sale, and $350 for late registration. So you definitely want to encourage them, if they're not already members, to sign up for a member. That's how they're going to get the best pricing and the best deal. No one wants to pay any late fees. So just a reminder there. If you do not want to purchase the full registration, you do have the option for day passes. So the first option is Thursday only and Friday only. So this would be $75 for just a single day. Although it's Thursday plus Saturday and it's Friday plus Saturday. So everyone will have admission to the Saturday market. You can also only come on Saturday if you would like. If you're not attending any of the conference sessions any other days, you can purchase Saturday only, or I say purchase. You can register for Saturday. This is free to attend. We just ask that you register so we can have an accurate count of how many people we can expect. And then you may also purchase only a gala ticket if you're not registered for the full conference. So full conference comes with a Saturday gala ticket. If you did not purchase a full conference ticket, you can purchase gala only. So this is for dinner, dancing, entertainment. You can also purchase a VIP gala ticket, which is dinner, dancing, entertainment, plus the VIP cocktail reception. And you can also add on just the VIP portion if you already have a gala ticket with your registration. It'll be clear when you're on the website. And then these are the two tours that Dr. Pinky mentioned. NASA tour is $75. City tour is $50. You'll have the opportunity to add these on when you register online. The $40 round trip bus rides, the $20 a day wheelchair rentals, these are all add-ons. You can also purchase a souvenir book of the program, a digital version or a printed version. So it's all in one spot. And just as a reminder, conference registration is non-transferable. So if you register yourself, you cannot transfer it to another member or family or friend. We're only accepting online registrations. If you do receive any questions about paying by a check, we are asking you that you please process that on your chapter side so that you can be registered online. And so one of the reasons actually why we wanted to host this tonight was so that you have all this information and empower you to be a resource to your own chapters and your members if they come to you with questions, so that you have answers for them. Of course, we are here to answer your questions and help as well, but definitely wanted to give you all the information up front so that you can also help us out a little bit. All right. And now I think we're going to go ahead and do a walkthrough of the registration page so that you can get an idea of what it looks like. So I will share my screen. Right. If everyone can see that, this is what you see when you go to the FANHS 2024 website. And right here in the top right, you'll click register. And here you will see all of your registration options that are available right now, which is early bird for members and non-members, as well as the day passes, the gala tickets, the add-on tours, each of the bus trips, the souvenir program, the wheelchair rental, and that's it. So I'm gonna do kind of a sample registration just so you can see the process. So I will be choosing the full registration as a member. You'll see on the left side, as you choose your options, it will just add up your total there. We'll say I would like to add the NASA tour. We love NASA. Say I want a digital program. I do not need a wheelchair. I will check this box for terms and conditions and go to the next page. This is where you'll enter your personal information. So we'll do that. Anything that has this red asterisk is required information. Enter your affiliation or your company, your location, here is where you'll let us know if you require any ADA accommodations. So please enter your information here. You'll choose your FANHS chapter from this drop-down menu. We're also asking if you are registered to vote. You click yes or no. It will ask for your birthday and your zip code, as well as if you pledge to vote during the 2024 US elections. This is our photo release. You click there to consent to photos, and you click next. Oops. Once you get to this payment page, you click register, and you are all set. You will receive a confirmation page online, as well as an email that will confirm your registration. If you have any issues, if it doesn't go through, if you need to change anything, you forgot to add something, just let us know. We can fix that on the back end. You can email me at registration@fanhshtx.com. You'll be able to find that on the website. And yeah, it's pretty simple. I'm gonna go ahead and stop sharing. Hopefully that was clear, but of course, let us know if you have any questions as we open up the Q&A.
Thank you so much, Kim, for that information. And as she stated, we are now going to go ahead and open up our Q&A. And so how we're going to do this is we'd love for you to either submit a question in the chat box and or raise your hand. And so Nikki Diacampa, who is our tech committee lead, will help let me know, if there's any questions in the chat box or who's raised their hand, and we will answer to the best of our ability your question. But out of respect, please keep your sound muted until it's your turn so we can clearly answer each person. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start and open our floor. So I'm going to stop sharing this slideshow here, and we're going to open up the gallery. And Auntie Dorothy has her real hand up, so we are definitely going to give it to her. So Auntie Dorothy, let's go ahead and unmute yourself.
Because I have to leave. One thing, when you mentioned Filipinx, I don't know how inclusive that terminology is for a lot of us. It's more a younger one. And I think we should, do you mind putting # Filipinx # Filipino?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not a problem, Auntie Dorothy.
I'm not telling you how you should do it, but I'm just telling you. Okay, I mean, I'm just sharing with you because I'm not a Filipinx. Okay. And then the other thing too is I just wanted to share what I shared with Christine you the other day, that I wanted to send by check and I can't, and I understand that. And I wondered if I could work out an arrangement because I am paying for around 15 to 20 registrations,
Yes. We can definitely work something out, Auntie Dorothy, with you, and we can work alongside you, Vita, and with Kim with registration, and also Nikki with technology. So don't you worry, okay? We have you.
Okay, and then I'm freaking out and you only have 10 rooms left, and so.
Well, if we need more rooms, we can ask they have excellent customer service at the Courtyard Marriott. So if we need more rooms, we can let them know. But we
Yeah.
definitely need to fill up the 10 rooms first before we ask for more.
And will they allow 4 people to a room?
Yes.
Good. All right. Okay, those are my questions. Oh, and then the other ones, what I shared with you, to accommodate my group, which is old folks and students, um, and students who are poor. So National is paying for a van and also possibly another car. And we'll be bringing our people from the airport, but we have agreed that we would, uh, other people who can't pay the $40,
Okay.
we would ask them, but we definitely, we're going first with senior citizens or people who have a disability and students, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not a problem.
And because otherwise, it would be really hard.
Yes, we understand.
This is from National. And okay.
Yeah. The transportation that we currently have is the large charter bus that holds about 50 people, and a couple of thousand, as you all know. So, the price that we've set is to offset the cost for the bus. And it's unfortunate. I know it might be a little for folks, but what is amazing about those buses, it is the customer service for Echo is amazing. There's of course full blast AC and a restroom on board. So we know safely you'll get to wherever you need to be comfortably, but we understand everyone has a budget and we respect that.
Yeah, so since we are doing this to accommodate ourselves, because we've earned the money through a project we're doing right now, and so we decided that we'll just put some of that money into that. And but we're willing to share with other people who won't be able to.
Yes. We also will say, Auntie Dorothy, if there isn't enough people to fill up these large buses, we will pivot and we will probably have to decide if we will purchase a smaller vehicle, because there are smaller vehicles in the company's fleet, or we may, if it's really low in numbers, then we may not offer it at all and refund everyone back their money. So and then Uber would probably be the solution for the individuals. We're hoping not. We're trying to provide something for folks, and so far there are folks who are signing up for the transportation for these buses. So and we understand where everyone's coming from budget wise.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay,
anything else, Dorothy? Anything else? Any other questions?
No, you answered my question, so if I bug out.
Yes. And Auntie Dorothy, is there anything you're looking forward to during the conference?
Yeah, I hope you're not going to reject the 2 I sent in.
Well, we're not going to say that on a public recording right now, who or what when is being accepted or not, but most certainly, Auntie Dorothy, we're excited that you submitted your proposals and everyone else's.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, y'all, that's our founder, everybody. We should give her a round of applause and clap. Thank you so much, Auntie Dorothy. So who do we have next, Nikki?
There was Alan from, and then questions I would assume from like FANHS LA area in the chat from earlier.
Okay, great. So question is, so Alan has asked, questions from FANHS LA, how much cost for chapter vendor tables? Will there be a place where vendor items will be stored? Can vendor items be left overnight at the site? I just want to make sure we have our, first of all, just props to our vendor lead and committee with Christine and Georgia. I'm not sure if they're on deck tonight, but if they are, we'd love for them to step in. If not, I can. So we are still determining how much it will cost for chapter vendor tables, if there is even a cost. So we're determining vendors as we speak in terms of how much that's going to be. And then, yes, will there be a place to store items? So the space at United Way will be locked up and closed every day, every night. It is secure in that sense, but they have recommended not to leave any expensive technology around. Like, don't leave a laptop, you know. So hopefully you understand what that means. On Saturday for the Bayanihan market, there will be a room, and that room will be locked up. So that is very secure as well. So that hopefully answers your question, Alan. And then also, thank you so much, Peter. It looks like they're excited to learn about the lineup for the workshop seminars and the speakers. Thank you to Jenna for our proposals committee lead for compiling the Q&As and putting email directories and the vendor interest form here in the Whova app. Okay, so Alan is also asking, will there be a list of additional hotels near the conference site? Currently, we have not listed any others because we have not set them up as our preferred vendor for hotels. So we have not set up any other room blocks. That is up to individuals, you know, to look at other at other hotels on their own time. We also have encouraged, you know, Airbnbs and different areas for Airbnbs as well. Other questions here? I'm just gonna go down the line. So Cindy, you've asked similar question to Auntie Dorothy. Our school would be issuing a check for our students and staff registrations. I see. Please let me know if we could work something out. Definitely we can talk case by case how these things work out. You know, we will be as flexible as possible and as much as our technology and our team can handle. So we'll make note of that, right, Kim, with Cindy. So we've addressed the vendor tables. All right, so Rainier is asking, will the NASA tour include general admission at the Johnson Space Center and or mission control? That is a great question. Christy is our lead in terms of these tours. I'm not sure if she's in our chat tonight, but we can find out if it does. Typically, the tours I've been on, NASA, usually include the mission control, and they have updated the mission control because of the latest space missions that they have. It typically does, but I don't want to confirm until Christy says so. She has a beautiful lineup at NASA, and we encourage everyone to wear tennis shoes and be as comfortable. There will be some walking, and there will also be a tram ride as well at NASA. So it'll be inside, outside, you know, inside. So there'll be, and you know, you will see some farm animals around as well. Will there be a bus on Saturday? Yes, there will be a bus on Saturday for the conference venue. So it'll meet at the Courtyard Marriott, pick folks up there, and then take you to the Bayanihan Market. And then after the Bayanihan Market is over, it'll take you back to the hotel where you can get ready. And then it'll pick you up from the hotel to the Ocean Palace, to the gala dinner dance. Okay. And is there a Southwest code available? So we are in the works as we speak, trying to get a Southwest code. We do not have that right now, but once we do, we will put it up on the website under airports, under conference info. Okay. Any other questions, Nikki, that I didn't address or see so far?
That's as much as I'm aware of.
Okay. Oh, we have a real hand up. Alan has his hand up. Yes, Alan.
Yeah, this is a question from FANHS LA again, because he keeps on texting me saying, I don't want to write it down. Let me just ask.
Sure.
He had a problem with submitting his proposal. What happened was there were two sources of get the registration link. One was through the email, and the other one was through the website directly.
Mm-hmm.
And he filled it out from the email and never got confirmation, and didn't know that he was supposed to get a confirmation until I talked to him. In that when I filled it out from the website, the FANHS 2024 website, I was able to get confirmation from your, is that foot, forget the name of the
The
foot.
job form.
Jot form. And he never, I showed it to him, I emailed to him, he goes, he never received it. So there
Okay.
might be some other people that had that predicament where they submitted the proposal from the email, but did not get confirmation and wanted to know, how are you gonna resolve that?
Thank you so much for letting us know that happened. I'm sorry that was an experience for your friend in California. We definitely want to clear that up, and if you can give his name to Jenna Marvilla or in the chat box, or send an email to proposals@fanshtx.com. We can look into it and of course address his concern and see what we can do. Okay?
Yeah, okay, yeah, because this is being recorded, correct?
Yes. Mhm.
Okay, so he'll have access to that answer.
Perfect.
And I just wanted, before I say anything else, before I forget, you guys have an awesome crew here. You have plenty of good volunteers. You're young, energetic. We're really looking forward to seeing it, but I want to see a live steer, a longhorn. And I hope we get one, you bring on campus or something, and I want to take a picture with it.
Alan, do you want us to get us kicked out of United Way? I'm not sure about that. Now, if you
We'll go to your
on-
house. I know you got some at your house.
the only bulls I've got in my house is probably B-stick. But definitely the NASA tour. Alan, you have
Okay.
not signed up for the NASA tour. I would tell you there is
Okay.
a possibility of not seeing just one steer, but several. Okay.
Okay, because will
So-
there be a steer eating contest?
First of all, Alan, no one calls it steer here in Houston.
Oh,
No one eats steer, but
what do you call it?
cows.
Cow.
But there is no steer eating contest because we do not have the liability insurance to handle any food contests right now. But no, there's no eating contest. I'm sorry, Alan, unless that's something you want to lead.
Sure,
Then,
sure. I'll volunteer, and but I have to taste the product first.
there's so much food here in Houston, Alan. I'm sure
I saw your itinerary. You got 2 lunches, 2 meriendas, but how come there's no breakfast?
because you got that at the Marriott. They've got breakfast there.
Oh, okay. Did you hear that, Ben? Did you hear that, Ben?
Yes, Edwina has a question. Let's let her
Yes,
speak.
Pinky. I'm sorry, I don't see the hand here, so I'm raising my hand manually. I did leave, I don't know, it says direct message, but I guess you guys are not getting it. My question is, what age do you consider senior? What is the total cost for transportation? Is it $40 a day? For presentations, will presenters who are members of FANHS have priority versus those who are non-members? And finally, great job, Texas crew. Those are my questions.
So there's a couple of questions we need to one by one, Edwina.
Okay.
Mom
Okay, what age do you consider senior?
Okay, great. Kim, I know that is really under registration. Do you
Is there an age?
chime in?
Sure. I do not know the answer to that right now.
I have off my head just in case I didn't
Okay.
want to step on anyone's toes. So we have aged at 60 years and up.
Okay, I'm way beyond that. Okay, good.
We're generous because we know
We're not going to check your ID either. We trust you.
Okay, and your transportation, is it $40 a day?
So those bus rides that we listed, because
Right.
each bus ride can vary. It could just be hotel to the
Right.
conference center, and then one night is hotel, conference, and back to get to
Yeah.
the to the art night. So yes, it is a flat rate of $40 for each
Okay.
of those rides. That's correct.
Okay. Okay, and then also, we go through this every conference. We have people who are presenting that are members of FANHS and those who are non-members. And when you decide who's going to be picked, do you have a preference, or the people that are non-members, they better be members, and that's the issue that we always had. I was just wondering if you can shed some light on that.
So in terms of proposals, and I'm also here with Jenna Marvilla, who is our proposal lead. We're, when we will be, reviewing proposals, it's not necessarily are they a FANHS member or not. Of course, it's the quality and the content of the proposal. And in terms of like how much paying wise, actually Kim can chime in on if you are selected as a presenter, what that will look like. So this is actually news we don't have on the website.
Sure. So
Yeah.
all of our presenters will receive a promo code that they could use to purchase their registration on the website. You'll enter it there on the first page when you choose the full conference. For any presenters that have already purchased a early bird conference, they can, I forgot the process is, I think they email us, right?
Mhm.
And then we will refund you for the difference between the tickets. So anything that you paid over the presenter price, we'll refund you.
Well, I just wanted to say that this is from experience from the last conference, that the presenters didn't want to pay the registration unless they knew they were accepted.
Mhm.
So I
Absolutely.
guess in this case, it'll be different because you got to pay first before you play, right?
No, not necessarily. Actually, Jenna, if we want to chime in terms of the deadlines, kind of going over that again, because we want to make sure, because I'm the same way. Like, I'm not going to pay if I'm not, I may not go if I'm not selected.
I'm just saying that's what happened in Seattle. They didn't want to pay
Yeah.
unless the paper got accepted.
So Jenna actually will answer for us, just to remind us of the deadline.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. And that definitely is understandable. I can see that be a problem for any conference, honestly. But how we're balancing that out is that the deadline in which we're making decisions for programming will be mid-February, which is well before the end of February when early bird registration is over. So presenters will have two ways of having their discount applied. So if it's early bird, if they decide, well, I'm still going to attend even if not, then they can do that. And then if they're presenter, then they'll have their presenter discount.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that, the conference is always, it's always for the members. And sometimes we lose that in other conferences. That is the members that really makes FANHS. And, you have like the academics, nothing against academics, but it's just that everybody's got to pay their dues, So anyway, thank you for taking my call.
Exactly, Edwina. Pay your dues. Become, a member of the chapter or national, locally or nationally, right? And I've already seen some in our accounts, become chapter members so they can get the discounts. And actually, we can reveal the discount that we will be offering to presenters. We're offering, I believe, a $25 discount off of any of the registrations between early bird and I think all of them, early bird, general, and even late. But don't wait for late. I mean, that's not the best deal you can get. All right. Is there any other questions from other folks that we haven't heard just yet? We'd love to hear from you all. Let's see. Let me see if there's any questions here. Oh, I don't see any questions in the chat. Wow. I guess we've answered all the questions. Hopefully it's been informative, I hope.
Hey, Pinky, I have one more.
Yes.
Is it okay? Yes.
Sure.
What really helped at the last conference, because we didn't know what's going on, is we did a FANHS now so that people know, because a lot of members are not member of any chapter. They just want to know what's going on. Will you be open for a Q&A like this in the future before the deadline? Because there's a lot of people that want to know what's going on.
Yes. Can you actually expand a little bit more, Edwina, what you're envisioning? Like, what are you thinking?
Just like what you had here, the Q&A. Hey, how are you guys doing? This is what we have going on. Register, just like this, because I know this is a special invite for people who from the chapters, but there's a lot of people that want to go to the conference that are not a trustee. I mean, I happen to know because I'm a trustee, but there's a lot of people that want to go, but they don't have the information because they're not a member. They don't go to the meetings or something. So we have a big database for FANHS now. And once Alan can put it out there and have somebody just come and talk, and just like the way you did, it would be great. So more people will register.
Okay. Yes, we can definitely consider that. It also just depends. Whoa, we've got balloon. Al's got balloons coming up. It just all depends when, what time, right, and like our capacity. And we definitely want to answer as many questions. Also note that this is recording, so people can always come back to this as well. And don't hesitate to email and contact us directly. We have added all of our emails on the website so they can reach out to any of the committees directly as well. But we can always set something up, and we welcome that for every chapter, for every, even not a FANHS chapter, even any organization, because we want everyone to come out, you know, and we feel like, I think it's going to sell out sooner than later. So please do. Solomon, I want to go ahead and let's get a question out of Solomon. We haven't heard from him yet.
Can you hear me? Oh,
Yeah, a little bit of an echo. Are you in the room with someone else? Or
yeah,
is it just
I'm in Hawaii. And how far is the hotel from the conference site?
okay? So just to reiterate, how far is the conference, which is United Way Greater Houston, from the actual preferred hotel that we have, which is the Courtyard Marriott Houston Heights location? It is very close. Let's just say it is about 1.5 miles, 2 miles. It is the same, almost the same street. It's like you go down the street, past the freeway, and make a right, and it's right there on the corner. So it is very close to the venue. It will probably take about, you know, on the bus ride, you know, slowly and carefully, about 10-15 minutes to get to and from.
So you got to pay for the bus ride. Back and forth.
And it's guaranteed to and from. So pick up at the hotel, drop off at the conference venue, pick up at the conference venue, and then drop off back at the conference. At the hotel.
For 4 days?
We offer that, yes, 4 days. That is one bus ride.
For $40.
$40 for a bus ride to and from each location. And we've split up each day of what that's going to look like. So it's $40 per bus ride, because some days have a different, like there's multiple bus rides as well.
$40 per bus ride. That would cost $160 for 4 days.
Yes.
So I'll be paying $160 to go from the hotel to the conference site.
And there's an option to go to the social event on Friday, and then the other day is the gala, which is in a different city. It's in Bel Air. So that is also going to be a drive-through traffic.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Now, Houston is a driving city, folks. So we do it. We're not saying you have to ride the bus, right? We are offering this for you all as an option. And the buses, yes, do cost thousands of dollars for each day, because how it works is the bus will be staying at the venue every hour, and that's how we accrue our time right there. Now, we encourage you to rent a car if you're able to, right? Or take Uber or Lyft. You know, we encourage you to do those as well. I know at other conferences, especially some of our metropolitan cities like in New York and Chicago, you know, Ubering and Lyfting and taking Metro was like a huge thing as well. We don't recommend walking, okay? We're gonna say that out loud. It is hot in Houston. We do not want anyone to faint. So definitely be in some form of AC transport. Yes, hot and humid summer. Well, you know, the IE, Inland Empire, is really hot. It's just the difference is it is humid out here in Houston. So same heat, just a little moist here in Houston. Other questions? There is no, yes, Texas is definitely different. Absolutely. And speaking of the heat, I know we're kind of joking about it, but seriously, if you're able to bring your own, you know, Stanley cups or your own, you know, bottle, you know, your own favorite water bottle, that you like to bring with you, we definitely recommend it, you know, so that you can have that with you, especially on the tour days, you know, to have snacks and drinks, you know, to hydrate you throughout the day. We will, of course, provide water, you know, throughout the conference, but in the event that you're not near one, you know, near us, then you have something yourself. All right, we are open to other questions. We are 8:06 Central Time, so we have open until 8:30. So, but we don't want to force anyone to stay here later than we need to. But we will stay on a little longer if there are other questions. I want to introduce some of our folks. You can see there's also backdrops here that haven't introduced themselves. So I want to start off with Nikki. If you can introduce yourself. I know you've been helping us.
Oh, yeah, sure. Hi everyone. My name is Nikki Del Campo, she, her, based in Houston, part of FANHS Houston and Unipro, Texas. So yeah, and I am part of the tech committee. Okay, cool.
Yeah, she knows all things tech.
I don't know about all things, but enough.
So far you do. Okay, I want to bounce over to Jenna.
Hi, yes. My name is Jenna Marvilla, she, her. I am the proposals committee lead. Really excited to review and read all of what everyone's been submitting. So yeah.
Thank you, Jenna. Appreciate it. And of course, we have Ria. Go ahead and welcome everyone.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ria. She, her pronouns. I am the programs director for the FANHS chapter, and I am a part of the programs committee. Nice to meet everyone.
Great. So that's a couple of us here. And if you haven't done so yet, please follow us on our social media. We have a conference Instagram and a conference Facebook. It is at FANHS 2024. So please join us there. We of course have our website. So please, we welcome any more questions. We'll stay on a little bit longer, but it sounds like we have answered a lot of questions or any of your questions through our presentation tonight. So just some important reminders, you know, before we close out. Register for early bird now, right? Get those steep discounts. You know, if you are waiting as a presenter, we completely understand. We agree you should wait until February 16th. Yes, that is the day we will be notifying everyone of the proposals. So of course, at February 16th, you have about 2 weeks, you know, to decide, to agree if you know, want to go ahead and present with us and also purchase your early bird registration. For those of you who are not presenting and, you know, hopefully want to come out and just enjoy and learn and meet what FANHS is all about, please come out and register now, because this is the lowest it's going to be. And of course, we want you to sign up for any email updates with us. We have a Google form that this is associated with. And Edwina's right, you know, you don't have to just be a FANHS member to get these updates or attend, you know, this type of Q&A live Zoom meeting. We welcome everyone. And if your organization is interested in learning more, if you want a more intimate setting, I welcome you, you know, to reach out to us, reach out to me. I'll put my email up in just a moment, and we can most certainly speak with your members. We also, of course, want to thank, currently we have our supportive funders and supportive organizations here. So of course, thank you to our FANHS national organization, our trustees, the board, all of you chapters, you know, who are here tonight. We appreciate you supporting the conference, because without you, we wouldn't, of course, have one without each and every one of you. We want to, of course, thank our own chapter that's here, and everyone who is volunteering of their time and love and effort to putting on the best we can for you. And we want to also thank Houston in Action, along with the city of Houston, for providing us grant funding to actually make this a reality. So we hope, when we are going to share our sponsorship page very soon. We'd love for you, as either individuals, small business owners, or corporate folks, to donate and sponsor our FANHS event, our FANHS conference event. So we're going to stay on board. I just wanted to show our thank you slide. So if you wanted to take a picture of this or write down the website, FANHS2024.com. That's also at FANHS2024 for our Instagram and Facebook. And Ate Joni had asked for us to use the hashtag FANHS2024 so that she can archive us, in FANHS and Beyond, the blog that she is overseeing. And then, of course, here is Christy and I's email address. So conference2024@fanhshtx.com. That directly goes to Christy to answer questions. And then my email is president@fanhshtx.com. So don't hesitate to reach out. Okay. So it looks like we do have a question. Wonderful. What is our question? When will the registrations be activated on Whova app? Okay, that's a good question. That's a tech question. From my personal experience, I mean, I guess I'm on the organizer side, so I'm already able to download the Whova app. So I don't know what it's like for folks who have already registered, but all I know is that folks who have already registered, which we have a good handful of, they actually have access to the Whova app as we speak. So they've already downloaded it, because I've seen folks who downloaded it already. How many of you have downloaded the Whova app on your phones or your tablets? Yay! We might even have a session on how to use Whova for the conference as well, because your girl here did not use the Whova app for Seattle. Yep, I said it. I did not use the Whova app during Seattle. I am an oldie, okay? Like, I do not really want to use technology, but I've been converted now that I use Whova. I think it's amazing, and it's a great way to learn what's up to date for the conference. And I see you laughing. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted like something printed out and something we could read in my hand, but that's just the publisher in me. Oh, okay. Other folks, thank you so much, Cindy, for your encouragement, and also.
Actually, at the Pinky,
Yeah.
the event on the Whova app won't be available to view until 90 days before the conference starts. So once that 90 days before the conference starts, we'll publicize the event on the app, and then that'll be available for attendees that way.
Thank you for that clarification, Nikki. So 90 days out, that will be revealed. Now, I have seen some registrants though go in and update some of their bios already though, right? You can do that. Right. So
possibly on the web app.
Oh, web.
I'm not sure on the
phone
mobile app.
Oh, okay.
It's I assume that it's because they have the same email, so it already automatically links. So on our side as organizers, we can see what they're doing on their profiles. Yeah.
Thank you for that clarification, Nikki and Jenna. All right, we're still good here. We've got about 15 minutes, and I intend to stay here myself, and any of my team here who wants to stay until 30. But we can also open the floor and ask everyone, what are you looking forward to? In our conference and encompassing our journeys. Edwina.
Hi. I was just curious about the proposals. How many proposals was actually submitted?
That is a good question. Now,
I'm just curious.
We have a number, but because we have some technical difficulties, as we've shared, it's not the official number, right? Because
is it over 100?
I will say confidently, Jenna, it is. It is over 100.
Wow.
Over
And
100.
that's everybody making the deadline.
You know, if I could do a presentation at the conference on Filipino procrastination, I would, because yes, I'm calling us out, you know, and I it was interesting. I was watching the ticker like all the way until midnight. And literally in the last day, like we had about, you know, 60, 70 people, you know, submit a proposal. Yeah. That was just in the last day. And the last week, I mean, I think that's when we got the 100 coming through.
Wow. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, ask away. We're pretty transparent here. So if you all have any burning questions or any, you know, chismis gossip that you want to know if it's true, we will tell you. Okay, what do we have here? Okay, Rainier says 4/17 is 90 days till the conference. All right, so 4/17, that's when we have it. Okay. Are there any challenges that you're currently facing, either with registration or, you know, with the conference in itself? You know, we are open to feedback and concerns as well. So that's also something. Yes, Edwina.
I'm sorry, I don't want to hog, but do you all need any volunteers from chapters like tech, or you guys have your volunteer crew? Because we have this culture in FANHS always to help each other. So
Yeah.
if you need a call out for volunteers, you can just let us know, okay? Because especially Arnell, you know, he was there for, and I think he plans to be there. So if you need any volunteers, let us know.
Absolutely. We have a set day to launch our volunteer sign up. It's a little bit further down the line because we are still gathering, you know, kind of like our core stuff and figuring that out. So as you know, United Way has a capacity limit. So we also have to take that into account. So unfortunately, we can't over inject with too many volunteers, right? Because that's going to take up our registration and our capacity count. So it's a fine balance. But we welcome folks.
Well, it's not volunteering on the registration, it's just volunteering overall, spreading the word out, what kind of, you know.
Yes.
And not necessarily on registration day, but you know, some of the logistics. Because part of the trustees is they're supposed to give their service during the conference.
Oh,
so, yeah.
I did not know that. We know
that is part of their duty. They, you know, that's part of their duty to be helpful. So we'll see. But if you don't say you need help, they ain't gonna do it.
Well, I didn't know. I didn't know that. So thank you for letting us know. All right, team, you hear that? We've got service, community service. Okay. Anyone else want to share what they're looking forward to in the other chapters? I see some familiar names like Terry, Ligaya. You know, I see you all in our meetings. So at the United Way is food available. So we are going to be catering food in. So there isn't actual food. There's a vending machine. So that's why we're going to be providing that food on that day. Yes, Terry or Cindy. I see Cindy has opened up her mic.
I was just gonna say, you know, I got more active in FANHS now, and so, you know, back during the pandemic. So I'm really excited also just to meet the people across the country in real life. So, you know, Alan, and I mean, we follow each other on Facebook and things like that, but, you know, really, you know, our culture is so much about community, and I love that. And I'm so excited just to have that connection.
Actually, I'd love for Ria to pop in and kind of what Cindy had just said and how we're keeping that in mind with our programming. Maybe any thoughts on how we're keeping community building in mind with our programming.
Sure, absolutely.
It's okay.
Yeah, we're making sure that within the conference like days, there are like spaces like for activations and for folks to meet and talk. For our conference days, we're segmenting, or we're making sure the theme aligns for each day as well. So we're just really excited. There are networking opportunities and just ways to connect. So
we have put that intentionally in our programming, and I think especially for Saturday, it becomes that day. Because at the end of the day, I've been to several, FANHS conferences, and we really just want to reunite with friends from 2 years before, or years before we haven't seen, and we want to make sure we have that time and space to get together, meet and greet, catch up, chismis, and see how things are going, right? So, and there's also time outside of the conference, for folks to go out and have dinner, and get together. Terry?
I just hope everybody, will be able to attend and have a good time. And I'm looking forward. 100 proposals. That's pretty good. So, it'll be good to see all this stuff. My only concern is, for me anyway, since I'm coming from California, is going to be the cost. So I have to start balancing things and figuring out. I just looked up what it costs to rent a car for that week, and it's about $1,000. So
Wow.
yeah, I just quickly did on Enterprise just to see what their daily rates were or whatever. And for like 5 days, it's almost $1,000. I was thinking, oh, well, so then, so I and then of course the hotels and stuff. So it's something that we have to figure out, but I want to go, so got to do something. So
Pinky,
Great.
I just had another question to ask you. Will there be virtual opportunities for those who can't go?
So that's a good question. Right now, we do not have a concurrent live stream of the conference. Even though we've got an amazing team, we are just not at that capacity right now. But we are looking into ways where we possibly can. We're exploring it, so it's not a complete no at this point. Now,
Okay.
recording as well is another opportunity. So whether that we record something, in the moment, and then we load it up on YouTube or on our site or on Hoova later on, or a few days later or whatnot, then that's also an option. So we're at this point, it is not on the conference registration for a hybrid or a live streaming at this point, but we're gonna see what we can do, and if we can do it.
Okay.
Yeah, because you don't want to do it. Don't do no live stream. I'm telling you.
Expensive.
But what I just thought of this is one of the things, if you have 100 proposals, is obviously you can't go to everyone to hear them. But what we could do with FANHS now is you could have whoever wants to, the presenters that have been accepted. We could go like 2 weeks prior, have them go on FANHS now and tell them, hey, this is what I'm going to be doing. And so the attendees will be able to see whether they could, at least see that portion. We'll have the opportunity to give their presentation or part of it with going through FANHS now. So we could talk about that. I just want to introduce that to you. And while I have it in my brain, make sure in every session you have a moderator and 2 timekeepers.
2.
Yes, because somebody.
2.
And then people will be coming in and out. Make sure you have somebody to monitor. Hey, you could come in now, or you can't come in, kind of thing.
This is where you can use a trustee for community service.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
The trustees could do
wanna
that.
help me
I'm
lead?
giving you ideas.
Can you help me corral that and make a list of who that's gonna be?
Yeah, let us know, because March 15 is our trustees meeting. We can give them their order.
Oh,
So
Okay.
so
Well,
you'll be
keep
meeting monthly, right? You're meeting monthly.
meeting monthly, as in like this in this kind of space monthly?
No. For your trust. I mean, chapter meeting.
Yes, we do meet monthly as a chapter for just regular operations as a chapter, and we're also meeting as a team, as a conference team monthly.
Okay.
In this at the same time as well. So
Okay. Just giving you ideas, Pinky.
yes, that's a good one. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyone else? I'm pointing out to Ligaya. I know I see her at our chapter membership meetings. If she has any questions in her chapter.
So far, I don't have any question from the chapter, from Oregon chapter. We're looking forward to how Houston is going to conduct this because we're too far away.
Yes.
And the setup is very different from the past two sessions that we have, to the point that most people may not be able to attend. We have a few people who will be attending definitely, but some who cannot attend are looking forward to a video recording of the speakers at least, so they will have an idea what the conference looks like.
Okay, we can definitely keep note of that for those who are interested in the recaps or like what happens afterwards.
Yeah.
Thank you. I see a couple of other names here in the list or participants. I see Ruben Salazar. Is this Ruben the Tito Salazar or Tito Ruben? Is that him? The one you're part of our National Scholarship Committee. I'm glad you've come to represent. Ruben, is there anything you'd like to share with the scholarship? Maybe not. Sorry to put you on the spot, Tito. Well, hopefully folks are applying for it because it's a great resource, to apply for a scholarship. Now, if there are any hardships, for anyone here, in terms of, trying to figure out and calculate, we encourage, there he is. We encourage folks to reach out to their local chapters. Yes, please, Tito, Ruben.
Hey, thank you. Yes, so speaking of scholarship, as some of you know, we offered 14 scholarships last conference. So we're hoping to actually offer, again, at least 15 scholarships. So we encourage if you know of anybody, this is open to high school and college students, we'll pay for their registration fee and at least some money for travel. We definitely cannot cover all of their travel or lodging expenses, but it all depends on how much money we raise. So for those of you from other chapters who have candidates, please help us spread the word. And if you want to donate to the scholarship committee, feel free to reach out to me or to any of our scholarship committee. Just to let you know, FANHS Seattle has already committed to donate for 5 scholars from Seattle, Washington. So any other chapters who wanted to send anybody from their chapter and willing to help pay for their scholarship, we're thinking about at least $500 for each scholar. So again, it all depends on their travel expenses because we cannot pay for all of the travel expenses, but 500 will definitely help them one way or another. So the application is open until end of February, and we will announce it end of March.
Wonderful, exciting. And thank you for offering that. $500 is generous, so thank you.
Thank you too.
Great. So we are, time check, we are already at the end of our session. We are 8:29 here Central Time. Once again, I just want to say thank you very much to each and every one of you who have joined. I want to thank our team here who has helped put on this presentation. Shout out to Kim and especially to Nikki for helping set this up. And then of course, for the rest of our team who showed up, Ria and Jenna as well. So thank you for being here tonight. I'm going to go ahead and share the last final slide. So if you want to reach out to us feel free to. We are here for you. If you have any questions or concerns, now you've got, my email and you can reach out to me anytime. All right. Well, that concludes our evening, and everyone have a safe weekend. Good night. Thank you. Bye. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. So glad you enjoyed it. Thank you very much. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to end our session.